Hello everyone. So today let's start with a new program of string. So what is this program? So we have to enter in a sentence and count the number of vowels in it. So whatever the user is entering in a string as a sentence, we need to calculate the number of vowels which is present in the string. So here is an example, like I have put like bytecode and the output you can see as a 3. So this is our task. So what can be the logic? So we have to think about the logic. So how we are going to approach? First of all, we are going to read the sentence from the user. Once that is done, we are going to make a count variable and initialize with a 0, so that it will be counting the number of vowels. Then we need to compare each character in the sentence with the character like a, e, I, o, u. This is the vowels, and we have to make the comparison. Once the comparison is done, we need to match. If the match occurs, we need to increase the count value by 1, and finally we need to print the count. So this is the approach we will be following throughout our code. That means we need to first read the sentence, then we need to declare a variable of count which will be initialized as 0. Then we are going to compare all the characters with the vowels, and if it is matches, then we are going to increase the count by 1 after each iterations, and finally we are going to print the count. So let's start our code. So let's begin. So input java dot util dot asterisk. So this is for the scanner class I am doing. If anyone is doing for buffer reader, so it has a different syntax. So class vowels public static void main. So this is basically the syntax of any Java programming we are writing. So if anyone is unaware of it, please watch my previous video. So what next we are going to do is that we need to declare a string, right? So that we can store the sentence whatever it will be entered by the user. Now what we next need? We need a character variable to store each character. So I am making it as ch. And what else variable we can need here? So let me write int I for the loop, and whatever the variables I will be needing in my program, so I will be keep on adding it. So let's start. Scanner is equal to new scanner. Then we have system.in. Now what I will be doing is that I will be asking the user to enter the sentence. Once the user enter the sentence, it is going to be stored in str. So you no need to worry, whatever I am doing I will be writing as a comment so that you will be understand each and everything. Now what next we will be doing here? The next thing which we will be doing is that we will be removing the blank space from the start and the end of the string. That is, string is going to help us in this case. Now next what we can do here? Next we can do is that let me declare at the top that we are going to calculate the length of the string and store it in L variable so that we can iterate to the end of the string. So str.length. So length function is going to calculate the length of all the entire string. Now what I will be doing is that I will be converting in my string to the uppercase, so that all the strings, all the sentence entered by the user is get converted into a uppercase. Otherwise we need to check for the capital A as well as small a, then capital E, then small e. So in order to avoid that one, I make it as an uppercase. So I will be writing the comment here. So string, that is for the storing the sentence. It is, so what the string is doing here is basically removing the blank space, right, from the start and the end of the string. Yes, from the sentence. Okay, fine. Now what does this length is doing? So length is also doing the same thing, like finding the length of the string so that we can iterate along with that. And this is basically simply converting into the uppercase. So we are converting our entire sentence to the upper form, so that we don't have to check for the capital or the small a. Just simply we need to focus on the capital letters. So starting from 0, then I'm moving to iterating to L and I plus plus. Now what I will be doing, I will be just simply picking the character for each iteration, and I will storing it in ch. So char at ch, this char function is going to find the character. Okay, so I'm storing it in ch. So here we are picking the each character. Once we have done with this, now next step is that we are going to check whether this character is in the vowels, right? If it is equals to a, or here we will be using or. C is equals to e, then we will check for o as well, I. So all the five uh, vowels which are there, which we have to check. So that's I am checking. I have checked for A, then I have checked for E, then I have checked for I, then I am checking for O, and the last the U. If it is found, then what we will be doing, our next step. So let me write a comment for you to so that you can understand what I did in this line. So checking for vowels. If I find, then what I am going to do is that I am going to create a variable which is going to count the number of vowels. So I will make it c equals to 0 at first, and just I will just increase the count value by 1 if it enters our if condition. Once everything is done, what I will be doing is that I will move outside of the loop, so that let me write here also what we are doing here, counting the number of vowels in it. Okay, so we are doing a count. Once everything is done, just I will print the number of vowels outside the loop. So I will just write a simply a print statement and just write it number of vowels, that will be equal to count, because we have stored whatever the vowels we will be getting, we are going to store into the count variable. Yeah, this is done. Let's compile our code. I see no error, we don't have any syntax error. Okay, oh, let me just cut this on. Let me remove my slides. Let me go to, yeah, let me compile it. Let me execute it. Compilation has been done. Let me execute. Let me, yeah, it is asking for enter the sentence. Let me write bytecode, my channel name. Let's see. Yeah, so number vowel is this. So thank you for watching my video. Please do subscribe my channel. If any doubt, please let me know in the comments. Thank you.